Und wir haben zuletzt das Schicksal von Molly gesehen und schauen uns doch die weiteren Schicksale der Familie an.
Her room was like a museum.
Hier haben wir was von ODIN, 1880 bis 1937. Schauen wir uns das doch mal an.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Seit 500 Jahren waren die Finches in ganz Norwegen für ihren Reichtum und ihr Unglück bekannt.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann.
Odin Finch beerdigt das jüngste Opfer des Familienfluches, seine Frau Ingeborg und seinen neugeborenen Sohn Johann.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Am 7. Januar 1937 setzte er mit seiner Familie und seinem Haus die Segel, in der Hoffnung, den Fluch hinter sich zu lassen.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Doch 12 Meter hohe Wellen vor der Küste von Washington sanden das Haus und Odin auf den Grund des Meeres.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Odins Tochter Edie mit Ehemann Sven und Baby Molly ging ans Land ihrer neuen Heimat, Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Ja, Odin Finch ist der Erste, der auf den neuen Familienfriedhof zur Ruhe gelegt wird.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Ja, Edie träumt bereits von einem neuen Finch-Haus. Und das ist die Geschichte, wo wir dann auch zu Edie kommen.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Dann auch schon zu Beginn mit Odin. Lief es nicht ganz so, wie die Familie es sich wünschte.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Ja, Edie ist
Edie made me a
also
new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Edie ist also sehr, sehr künstlerisch affin, hat jetzt sehr viel. Ja, schauen wir uns mal an, hier überall die Hände der Kleinen. Ja, kann man so machen. Und da haben wir auch die Hand von Edith.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Ein Maulwurfmann, der unter dem Finch-Haus lebt. Und hier haben wir sogar die ganzen Vögel der Familie. Ja, Lurpi von 1952 bis 1963. Das ist schon mit sehr, sehr, sehr viel Liebe zum Detail. Wirklich jeder einzelne Vogel. Wahnsinn.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Ja. Drache tötet Finch. Mal wieder ein nicht ganz so schönes Schicksal.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Tja, auch rund eines kleinen Feuers im Walde wollte Edie nicht gehen.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Ja, Edith Junior. So heißen wir. Das ist
Even
unsere
in her
Rolle.
90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Ja,
It
rosafarbenes
was a pretty big
Badezimmer.
trace.
Warum auch nicht? Was haben wir hier? Hier haben wir noch Medikamente. Wir haben ja noch alles Mögliche. Also die Familie ist wohl wirklich sehr, sehr schnell aufgebrochen. Ein Gartenstuhl in der Dusche. Und dieser rosa Plüschteppich. Junge, 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 Junge.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Auch sehr, sehr, sehr schön gemacht.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Dann gehen wir doch mal hier weiter.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Ja. Milton war also schon mal hier. Und hier sind wir im nächsten Zimmer. Fort Calvin und Fort Sam. Okay. Zum Kommandocenter, also auch da sehr, sehr, sehr viel Liebe. Sehr schön gemacht.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Also Sam war der Großvater und Kevin sein Bruder.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Ja. Kevin wurde 11. Schauen wir uns das Schicksal von Kevin an.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Ja, er hat sich auf jeden Fall mal sein Bein gebrochen.
My brother said he'd
Oder
die
sein
before he
Fuß.
ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Das
But
Abendessen
that
ist
day,
fertig.
he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. the day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Puh. Mit 11 Jahren.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Das ist schon echt... Ja. Der Familienfluch. Das muss man sich schon vorstellen, dass einfach
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Molly starb, Calvin. Wir haben von Barbara gerade gehört. Also es ist
Mom said
schon
Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room
echt schlimm.
again.
Das ist schon echt ein schlimmes Schicksal der Familie. Und der nächste Geheimgang.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay. Da kommen wir schon durch. Da auch. Okay, wir gehen aber erst mal hier rein.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Ja, hier sehen wir ganz klar Barbara. Barbara Finch, und sie schien tatsächlich ein Kinderstar zu sein. Seit Hollywood steht da Barbara auch nicht schlecht.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Sie wurde 16. Ist natürlich auch den Kuchen oder was auch immer es ist, da so lange stehen zu lassen, ist schon grenzwertig. Aber wir sehen, wenn das kein Kostüm ist, hat es Barbara nicht mehr weit geschafft. Wir schauen uns das Buch an mit Barbara.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up.
Ja, sie arbeitete also tatsächlich nicht mehr als Schauspielerin.
She'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Oh.
Getting better.
Ay, ay,
I think
ay.
you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh,
So
wei.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles in secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Eigentlich hat Rick ja aufgeschlossen, aber naja. Jetzt gehen wir doch hier mal als Barbara hier runter.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Wir nehmen die Krücke. Ja,
The
sieht
gang's
nicht so
leader is
an.
the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Ja. Das ist schon ein bisschen gruselig.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Tja,
She
da
threw
schmeißt
him
ihn
out,
raus.
but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh weh, oh weh, oh weh, oh weh. Da geht's also wieder los. Ja.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And here he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Ja, wie war der Weg noch? Jetzt habe ich den total verpeilt. Da.
She played her part beautifully.
Oh Mann. So, im Zimmer von Molly.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Sie hat den Hakenmann besiegt.
But she sensed
Anscheinend.
the story might not be over yet.
Wo geht's runter da? Und er lebt einfach wieder. Das ist so wie in so einem Horrorfilm natürlich.
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Also diese Familie hat wirklich, wirklich, wirklich kein Glück im Leben gehabt.
Edie
So
told me
haben
all
wir auch
Barbara
die
wanted
Geschichte
was to
von
be
Barbara
remembered,
erlebt.
as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Ja, also wir haben... Ich will es noch nicht schließen. Wir haben Molly erlebt, wir haben Barbara erlebt, wir haben Calvin erlebt. Wir haben gehört, was mit Odin passiert ist. Und wir haben noch einige vor uns, wenn man sich das so ein bisschen anschaut. Das ist schon sehr unangenehm. So wie die Familie hier mit dem Schicksal leben musste. Na gut, aber den nächsten Finch werden wir erst in der nächsten Folge erleben.